and welcome to the fifth phase of your evaluation proposal. This phase is referred to as the data collection, analysis, and dissemination plans. In this phase, you will describe plans for disseminating key findings with key groups of stakeholders, identify indicators, and explain and justify methods of data collection. In this video, we will review the rubric, discuss the assignment, and identify common errors. By the end of this video, you will be able to explain how to use and understand the rubric, discuss key points included in the data collection, analysis, and dissemination plans assignment, and lastly, identify common errors made when developing your data collection, analysis, and dissemination plans assignment. Rubrics should be signed and attached to the back of your assignment prior to the beginning of class. Also, if you and your teammates are confused or have questions, refer to your syllabus for technical guidelines and Purdue OWL for APA clarification. Remember, utilize your resources. Next, we are going to review key points that should be included in your Phase 5 assignment. The template is located on eCampus and should include Table 1, Table 2, dissemination plans, and professionalism. Now we are looking at the Phase 5 data collection, analysis, and dissemination plans rubric. You will see Table 1 shaded in purple. To receive all credit, you clearly identify indicators guided by the logic model with consistency between the logic model, evaluation questions, and indicators. Indicators are clear, observable, and measurable statements, and you can and should have multiple indicators for each question. They represent standards for evaluation questions, while questions are what do we want to know, and indicators are how we will know it. As we go down the point scale, they are lacking consistency between the logic model, evaluation questions, and indicators are either unclear or unspecific, or not measurable or observable. And lastly, information was incomplete or missing. Next, we have Table 2 shaded in blue. To receive full credit, you should clearly identify the data source, so who, how, and when specifically the data will be collected. The source should guide the method, so make sure you are completing this column first. And lastly, information is thorough, realistic, and detailed. As we move down the point scale, you will notice that some clarity or consistency of the data source is lacking, and information could have been more thorough, realistic, or detailed. And then in the last column, the team failed to identify the data source, who, how, and when the data will be collected, and writing was divided and clearly inconsistent between tables 1 and 2. Next, we have the dissemination plans shaded in pink. To receive all credit, the dissemination plan clearly identifies key findings, who they will be shared with, why those specific findings will be shared, and how the results will be shared with groups of stakeholders. Information provided is appropriate for each group and detailed. They thoroughly describe findings, so who, why, and how results will be shared, and provides a justification explaining why each group would care about the evaluation findings. As we move down the point scale, there is lacking some to significant key findings, as well as information lacking appropriateness, detail, and clarity, and justification is inaccurate or missing detail and relevance. Or in the last column, we have the team failed to identify the key findings, as well as writing was divided and clearly inconsistent between tables, and there was no explanation provided on why each group would care about the evaluation findings. Next, we have professionalism shaded in green. To receive all credit, the plans are divided into headings and professionally written with no significant errors, and they are well organized and easy to follow. As we move down the point scale, the plans were divided into headings, contained minimal errors, but was professionally written overall. Continuing down, plans were not divided into sections or contained significant errors, which distracted from the quality of writing. And lastly, plans were not divided into sections and contained significant errors, which distracted from the quality of writing. As always, there will be a 10% deduction of total points if team members fail to follow directions, technical guidelines, or APA formatting. Now that we've discussed the rubric, here are a few common errors. Review these so that you and your team members do not miss points. An inconsistency between the logic model, evaluation questions, and indicators. Indicators are not measurable or observable. Lacking clarity or consistency in the data source, so who, how, and when the data will be collected. Information could have been more thorough, realistic, or detailed. Justification does not accurately explain why each group would care about the evaluation findings. Changing the format of the tables, make sure to leave them as is. An inconsistency in terminology or language throughout the assignment. Poor quality of writing, so making sure all of our team members are proofreading the assignment before it is submitted. and references or APA formatting, utilizing your APA manual and Purdue OWL if you have questions, and remember we are always here to help you. Thank you for listening to this video. I hope it has helped you better understand expectations and overall assignment content. Refer to this video, your assignment description, and the rubric if you have any questions while developing your Phase 5 Data Collection, Analysis, and Dissemination Plans assignment. Thank you for listening. Bye!